crossovers in fiction are usually a big deal, or they were years ago. Now, of course, they are quite frequent, so they may not be as big a deal as they once were, but still, audiences very often enjoy crossovers, so I have to wonder, some crossovers make sense, of course, like all the crossovers between the various Marvel and DC properties make sense, or let me see now, I suppose some of the various CSI series crossing over with each other makes sense, most crossovers make sense, but some crossovers can be quite bizarre or unusual indeed, so I wish to ask to discuss some of the more unusual or bizarre crossovers that have happened in fiction. So first I shall begin with official crossovers. Yes, and there are certainly plenty of those. Let me see. Well, at this point, Scooby-Doo has crossed over with practically everyone, so I imagine at least some of those are a bit weird, like Scooby-Doo meeting Batman is okay, but Scooby-Doo meeting Kiss or meeting WWE, those are a little unusual, are they not? Or then, a rather unusual official crossover is Archie meeting the Punisher. Archie is a very lighthearted, happy-go-lucky slice-of-life comedy series, whereas the Punisher is one of Marvel's darkest, most greedy anti-heroes. So how does a crossover between those two properties, those two characters work? That makes no sense. But now, when we start getting into unofficial works, into fan fiction, there are no holes barred. The sky is the limit when it comes to bizarre crossovers in fan fiction. Like, one time I read a crossover between The Wheel of Time and Ranma 1/2. Seriously, like Ranma 1/2 is an action comedy shonen manga series, whereas The Wheel of Time is an epic medieval fantasy story. So yes, that was definitely a very bizarre crossover. And then I also read a Harry Potter Yu-Gi-Oh crossover. I believe that was written in the early to mid 2000s when both of those franchises were at their peak of popularity. So yeah, that was certainly very weird. I don't remember too much of it, but I believe the plot was kicked off when Seto Kaiba opened a branch of his business in England, and he moved into a house right near the Dursleys or something like that. But that is so unusual. So yes, what does everyone else say about this? What are some of the most bizarre or unusual crossovers that you have seen, whether they be official or unofficial? So I very much would like to hear your responses to this, and thank you very much.